Hello YouTube, it is Chris here, and in today's episode we're going to be discussing my most recommended survival gear. So stick with me. Welcome back everybody, and thank you for sticking with me. Like I said, today we're going to be discussing my most recommended outdoor and survival gear. For most of you who follow us on social media, you know that we've been doing a series for my most recommended survival gear for under $30. But a lot of you have been demanding that we do a new series video where there is basically no limit. It's just my most recommended gear, period. Now, keep in mind, we can only give you a list of items that we've actually personally used, owned, or tested. So we can't give you any verifiable recommendations on anything we've never gotten in. And keep in mind, this is my list of gear, and this is what I feel is a good recommendation based off my personal experiences. If you want any deeper dives into this gear, you'll definitely have to check out our video feed for individual episodes, survival kit videos, anything like that. This is just an overview of my recommended gear based off our personal experiences and testing. So one of the very first items are these two pieces of bungee cord made by Tribe One Outdoors. This is the jungle cord and the desert cord. These are freaking amazing. I love these because they have this pack-attach attachment already built into the system. So instead of having to create a ridge line for a campsite or anything like that, tie things down to the back of a truck, regardless of why you need these, I love these because they stretch for over 10 feet and they give you a very strong, secure lashing point ridge line you need really fast. The next item up is one of my favorite slingshots. This is the Tarp by Simple Shot Shooting Sports, but we got this from our buddy Zachary Fowler over at Zachary Fowler's Makery and Mischief. As you guys know, he's pretty much the slingshot king of the survivalist world, and he basically said that this is his new everyday carry. And you're going to be seeing a video on this very, very soon, but we absolutely love this thing. The next item up is this Rupax hammock. We love them. We found these guys over at Recon, and for the size and the weight of these being able to hold 600 pounds, we absolutely love these Rupax. You can find these on Amazon now, which is pretty freaking awesome. But they come with the carabiners, the quick release and quick connect tie-down straps, and the hammock, all you need for like 60, 70 bucks. The next item up is the Cold Steel Special Forces shovel. I absolutely love this thing. A lot of people goofed around with me for liking this thing, and then past 6 months, that's kind of fallen by the wayside because, well, Zachary Fowler of Zachary Fowler's Makery and Mischief was on the TV show Alone back in season 3, and he pretty much owned the entire Patagonia Valley with this freaking tool. He used it as a shovel, a hatchet, an axe, a knife, a draw blade, pretty much everything he needed to use to build a shelter, build steps. I mean, anything he needed to, this was freaking on point. The next item up is the DFS Micro Plus Survival Kit. And you recently saw this in an episode where we did our 134-piece Everyday Carry Micro Plus Survival Kit. And we love this kit because it's made right here in America, sporting the best high-quality military-grade items with national stock numbers to prove the authenticity of the genuine military gear that is put in here. But for the size, the weight, and the value you get with the quality of items, you just can't get any better. Next up is the Choppa. And you guys recently saw this in a recent episode, and this is made by Jaros Knives. It's a design collaboration between them and K-Bar. It is sporting 1095 Crovan steel. It has some polymer liners that are removable. Hopefully it comes up with some different colors. That'd be pretty cool. But it has a really good ergonomic feel. It does have a little bit more forward weight to it. I love the choil here, so you can do some fine detail work if you need to. But for the size of this blade, this thing actually chopped its little freaking butt off. Maybe a big old chopping knife is not your cup of tea. Then we got the Recon Tanto by Cold Steel. This is DLC coated CPM 3V with the Kraton handles. This is easily also interchangeable with the Cold Steel SRK. Both are very potent, very awesome outdoor survival knives. And at first glance, they look mall ninja. They don't look pretty hardcore, but as you guys can tell from all the testing that's been on YouTube, these things always earn a really, really beautiful coveted place in everyone's bug out bag. Moving on, we have the Extreme Weather Firestarter by 4 Directions Bushcraft. I think I've actually had this on a previous recommended episode. We love this thing. Now, this is an unused one. We got the prototype that we literally have beat up, and we use that thing constantly. But this thing is a perfect marriage of high-grade magnesium, an awesome flame-throwing ferro rod, and natural harvested, right here in the United States, fat wood. And that combination just is absolutely devastating to make sure you can get start a fire in any condition. Doesn't matter if it's wet, rainy, sleet, snow, hail, doesn't matter. You can get a fire started with this bad boy. For those of you out there who like beefy folders, this is the Coalcellar Salt One. This has got to be one of my most highly recommended folders on the market. It is sporting the triad lock. We have S35E in steel. We have a 3/16 of an inch thick blade. This is a freaking pry bar. This thing is amazing. And for those of you who can't afford the money of rocking out a cold steel 4max, this will fit the bill all day, every day at about 155 bucks. For this big of a tank, you can't go wrong. This is the Victorinox Farmer. Out of all the Victorinoxes, this has got to be one of my favorites for a simple multi-tool. It doesn't have every single tool. It is not the inspector gadget of all Victorinoxes, but it has the most used tools that I would use the most often, from the straight knife blade, which is the very, very, very freaking sharp, all the way to the really nice folding saw. It's got a little bit of everything without taking up too much weight. Next, we got these Psyllium Kim Lats. These are 6 inches long. You get a 10-pack. And I love the 10-pack because they're dirt cheap and they last for 12 freaking hours. They're really good to put in a bug out bag for the disposable lights. If you want something more permanent, I would say get something like a tube light. But when you need something mega bright for signaling or low light illumination, these are no-brainers. There's a lot of field sharpeners out there, but not a lot of them touch on many points and is as versatile as this thing. This is the Workshop field sharpener, and this thing is amazing. It has a leather strap on it. It has a coarse and fine stones on there. It has an angle guide so you can always keep your shit straight. They've got the ceramic rod, not to mention that you can actually use your broadheads and fish hooks to sharpen with this at the same time. And for this being like 20-25 bucks, I mean, this has to go in your bug out bag. This is something you're going to be seeing a review on pretty freaking soon. This is the Black Scout Survival Edition of the A1S V2. This thing is a freaking beast. I love this flashlight to death. You're gonna see this thing go through absolute hell very soon and survive. This is one tough freaking flashlight. One of the most highly recommended gray man self-defense tools I could possibly recommend is the Indestructible Umbrella by Security Umbrella. We're definitely gonna have a link down in the video description for this. The link was broken in the original video, but this thing is amazing. It sports a stained hardwood knob handle, a carbon fiber limbs, fiberglass body, and a stainless steel tip. When you need a well-built, improvised self-defense tool that actually has another function, this doesn't get any better. This is the Hex Tarp by Ultimate Survival Technologies, and I love this thing. I really do. I really do. It is a 9x6 tarp. I use this when I go hammock camping. So when I'm rocking my roof packs, I just put this right over the ridgeline, just kind of have it set over in a teepee fashion. It covers me, so if I run into any rainstorms, we're good to go. Next up is the Wearable, and holy crap, have I jammed this thing into your face like 83 times. We did a review on this as a camp cooking invention, and it really is. This is a foldable cook stove, and this thing is absolutely amazing. It's 100% food grade. It is flame resistant, and just by doing a little simple life hack that we did is we covered it in 1 sheet aluminum foil. You can actually stick this directly in a fire for camp cooking. This is the Lighthouse Micro Lamp by Goal Zero, and you guys just saw this yesterday completely smoke the worst flashlight we have ever tested on Amazon, and I couldn't believe that this little guy right here completely blew that thing out of the water. You would think with the bigger size that thing would be raining down hellfire with its capacity, but then a keychain light beat it. So with the fact that this lasts 170 hours, it fits really well in your pocket and is USB rechargeable. This is definitely on the recommended list. Bam! This is the Cold Steel Con. I like this knife. It's budget friendly, it's small, sports a triad lock, and it's sturdy, solid lockup. Just get one. You guys saw these about 4 or 5 months ago in a battle box, and these are waterproof socks. These are absolutely amazing. The crazy part is they're a little thicker, but they're really soft. You can wear these right over a normal pair of socks. They fit on boots just fine. But I love these because even if you used to get your stuff wet, you don't have to worry about drenching your foot down and actually getting your foot wet. This is an extra layer of protection to protect yourself, protect your feet, because infections and any type of rot for any long-term exposure is just no bueno. So these, for adverse weather, is a must-have. Outside of a knife and a folding saw, man, for small stuff, it's gotta be some of my favorite freaking tools, and I'm almost embarrassed to admit it, but you know what? I've got no shame, so we're good here. These are the Easy Cut Ratcheting Pruners, and I love these things. I can get some of the smoothest, nicest cuts I have ever gotten in my entire life. And even if I run into a branch when I have these out that is oversized, I literally just take the very hard blade that's around there, I wedge it in there and just keep twirling it around until I dive deeper and deeper and deeper and whack out a really smooth cut. And I just gotta say, guys, yeah. Next up is the Hydra Pack Seeker. For anybody who's trying to do some minimalist camping, this is a must-have. This is a 2-liter water bottle. Bam! It unfolds out and you can fill it with water. It's really thick and durable. Out West with Chris is another channel that has reviewed this, and he literally beat the crap out of this thing on some rocks, and it did nothing. And I love this because, if I'm not mistaken, these are BPA free, so it's safe to drink with the water and everything, and you're good to go. And I like this because if you have a water filter, you need to drink out of this. It has a really large mouth, so you can actually dip in there and use a filter so you can have safe drinking water in the outdoors. Last but not least is one of my favorite companies for mid-size power banks. This is the Outdoor Extreme Energy 20,000 milliamp battery, and I love this thing. It is rugged. You guys have seen us literally chuck this off our balcony, and it's done absolutely nothing. The thing works like a freaking charm. This is actually one of the ones I use personally. It's got a flashlight built into it. It's got this actual rubber seal, so it can keep all of your ports waterproof when you're not in use. It's got 2 ports for output and the 1 charging for input. The only downside is it does take about 8 to 10 hours to fully charge when connected to a wall outlet, but other than that, for something rugged that can handle the outdoors, oh yeah. All in all, this is my 4th installment for my most recommended survival gear, and if you want to check that out, definitely check out the back end of this video where we're going to be tagging 3 previous episodes for our most recommended survival gear for under $30. But definitely check out the playlist where we have a plethora of gear that we own, we try, and we love, and we recommend without question. However, that just about is it for now, and if you enjoyed the discussion and talking points of our most recommended survival gear, give this video a big thumbs up and share this out with your friends and family in your social media networks so we can keep growing, thriving, and making awesome videos for you guys. But that just about is it for now. Hope you guys have an absolute wonderful day. I'm out.